Ciao Tesla people. Today I wanted to do a Supercharger Talk number 55. So yesterday there was the financial result from Tesla, and they talk about, of course, the financial part, but also new products and how the Tesla cars are doing, batteries and so on. Okay, so I wanted to do a summary of what they talk about it. Actually, before that, you can vote for superchargers in your location. Basically, there is a part of the site on Tesla where you can vote by logging in. You can vote for superchargers around you, and this is worldwide. And also, you can suggest a location for a supercharger. So I think you have 4 or 5 votes, and plus you can suggest a supercharger location. So check it out. It's going to be very cool. The other thing is I wanted to mention that there is a spring update that has been halted, and so the version is 2024.14. Now is going to be downloaded a 2025.14.1. So they altered the 14 and now they have a patch .1, so people are getting the newest release. I didn't get it yet. And I saw some people here, for example, in Italy, they got it last week, but then nobody else got it. So they stopped it. Most likely they found some issues and they wanted to fix, and so that's why the patch. The other thing I wanted to mention, I installed the HALODISC version 2, and I did a road trip from Florence to here. It's 411 kilometers, and the efficiency gain is plus 10%. And this is huge. I was pretty surprised about it. I knew by going around doing road trips that I was gaining some efficiency, but I was very surprised to see how much I was gaining, okay? So, what else? So let's start with the financial results, the part of the production and the cars and the batteries. So the Model Y is in production in all 4 lines. So in the US, in Berlin, in Shanghai, in US is Texas, and in California. So that's pretty good. Now the low cost Tesla, which we don't know what is going to be this year. It won't use the unbox construction method that Tesla was talking about. So we don't know if it's a new car. People are saying it's a new car, and Tesla is a bit ambiguous. They don't say there is a new model. They say a low-cost Tesla, which could be anything. For example, they launched a low-cost Model Y in Mexico, and they changed a bunch of things or removed a bunch of things that would reduce the cost of the car, but it's the same Model Y. So we don't know. I hope it's going to be a new model, especially for Europe, where most people buy very small cars. I don't know, the efficiency and the battery would be, but let's see how it goes, okay? And then Robotaxi is still scheduled for June, but they mentioned it would be initially a Model Y Robotaxi service, and then there will be the Cybercab. That's the thing that they mentioned. We'll see how it goes. I'm pretty sure they will test the Cybercab too. So we'll see how it goes. Also, they announced that a Model Y in Berlin, which produced only Model Y, they passed the 500,000 units. And in Texas, they produced 400K. And then also they produced the Cybertruck long range is now on sale for $63,000. I'm not sure if this is included the subsidy tax that they have there, $7,500, something like that. So $6,300 for the rear, the long range rear wheel. Okay. Also, the other thing that we saw is that the Model Y, Model 3, and Cybertruck now drive autonomously from the production line to the parking lot where they're going to be shipped. It seems like a gimmick or some, okay, not interesting, but it's a big deal because if you think about it, when you produce a car, someone needs to park it. So get out from the production line and then park in a parking lot. Now the Model Y, Model 3 and Cybertruck, they do it by themselves. Okay, they drive themselves to the parking lot. It would be cool to see how they do it. It's like they put a location, or they might have a special software to do that. You know, they map the how you say, the parking lot, and they assign a car to a specific parking spot. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see it. Let's see. I don't know. Also, Model 3 and Model Y in the US now have 100% battery made in the US. Good for them. So they can, they won't have any problem with the tax credit and all that stuff. And then they mentioned that the Semi and the Cybercab are on time to be produced in volume for next year, 2026. Pretty good. Of course, they launched FSD in China. We saw a bunch of videos from China, pretty cool videos. And then FSD in Europe, they mention is good for this year. So they will be launched this year, pending regulation, of course. Now, this one I'm a bit skeptical, because in Europe it works that Europe decides the rules, and then every country in the European Union needs to accept the rules and make their own, you know, integrate them in their own legislation. So my take is that most likely one or two countries will allow FSD this year, and then in the coming years, next year maybe, all the other countries will follow. My guess is the Netherlands and maybe Denmark, something like that. Maybe Germany, I don't know. I know Switzerland already passed that they're okay with the FSD. Switzerland is not in the EU, and nor Norway is in the EU, so we'll see. So they can do it whatever they want. And then also the battery production on the 4680 is on time. And if you know, they had a very aggressive production schedule, and they figure out how to integrate the lithium product plus the cathode innovation in it. So they're on time, which is great. And this, I think the efficiency will increase by 10% or something like that, which is a big deal. And then there were a bunch of news about the power and energy section. They have very good financial with that, and then they're deploying the megapacks all over the world. So they're doing really well on that. So if you're interested in power and the Powerwall, for example, if you use my Tesla referral, you get $400 discount in the US. I'm not sure if it's in Europe too. I have to check that. Anyway, you can get 3 months FSD Supercharger in US, and then 500 euros here in Europe if you use my discount code, which is pretty good. So these are all the news. There are a bunch of financial, of course, but I'm not interested in that. So please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, share it, and I'll see you next video. Ciao Tesla people.